put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name, bro. Put some respect on my name, bitch.
Joshua walked to the ring and he looked nervous. He didn't look confident. I didn't like the look in his eyes. He was swallowing and he was walking slowly. And it just looked nervous. Daniel Dubois was smiling. Daniel Dubois was enjoying himself. And from the off, I just thought, hang on a minute. I feel it in the air tonight. I can see an upset coming. I mentioned it on my Froch along, on Froch on Fighting, my live stream. And from the opening bell, Anthony Joshua, I'm not going to take anything away from Dubois and say Anthony Joshua looked terrible. He didn't look right. He didn't look like his head was in it, because that was a fully trained. He's in with Ben Davison. He's coming off the back of 4 wins, and he knows what to do. That was his 6th stadium fight. That was his 3rd time at Wembley. He's been to 2, 3 other stadiums before, so he knows what to expect. It was Daniel Dubois that should have been the deer in the headlights, the guy that should have been nervous. He should have been the guy to start slowly and have to get going. But he didn't, did he? He came out behind that sharp, solid, poised jab. It's a ramrod jab. Apparently that jab, that left jab, feels like a right hand when you're on the end of it. And Anthony Joshua looked like he responded to that jab like a right hand was hitting him. From round 1, he was getting peppered with a jab. He was on his back foot. He was bolt rigid, upright, chin in the air. He was doing everything wrong. Right up until the point, I'm going to jump right to the 5th round knockout. Right up until the point when he threw that stiff uppercut with his chin in the air, he walked into a right hand and he was flattened face first. But let's go back to round 1. He came out, he was on his back foot. Dubois took the centre of the ring straight away and dominated from the centre of that ring, similar to when I fought George Groves at Wembley Stadium in front of all them people. But we're not here to talk about me. Anthony Joshua was on his back foot. He was being pushed around the ring and bullied. Every time they came together, Dubois was having none of it. He stood his ground. They're both around the 18-stone mark. There's only 2 or 3 pounds in it. And Dubois is big and strong and almost as tall, only an inch in it. So very physically evenly matched. But the difference for me was Dubois was a young, hungry lion. Okay, AJ's an old, wise old fox, 35, 35 years old. Dubois 27. You'd expect the old, wise fox to beat the hungry young pup or lion. But Daniel Dubois came in like a world down here, an uppercut from here. And as he threw the uppercut with a 2nd-class postage stamp on it, let's be honest, he saw that one coming. The right hand clipped him on the chin, and AJ went down face first, arse in the air. Little breakdance move. Come on, I'm not being horrible, but that's no way for no soldier to die. This is a guy that's, talked about becoming a 3-time heavyweight champ and talked about revenging a loss, the 2 losses against Usyk. I just cannot see that happening for him now in the future. And all you AJ fanboys that say I'm a hater, listen, I'm not a hater. I was asked, who do I think win? I think Anthony Joshua was going to win that fight. I really did. Do I care if AJ wins? Do I care if Dubois wins? No. What I want the best man to win. The best man on the night. The guy that's put the work in, the hard work and the training and the sparring. You know what I'm saying? And I know a few things about AJ's camp before his departure with his last trainer. Don't want to mention any names. You know what I'm talking about. AJ didn't have that. He didn't have that desire. He's made the money. I don't think he wants it anymore. He shouldn't be boxing because that performance was weak, lackluster. It lacked confidence. He didn't have that aggression in the ring. He didn't have the poise. He didn't have that confidence in his body language. It wasn't there from the ring walk right up until the point he got put face first on the canvas.
And those are the words of Carl the Cobra Froch. I know people would be waiting. I know people would be like, come on, Froch. Come on, Cobra. Tell me what you got. Let the roasting begin. Like something he's known to do very well. Really, to be fair, with a lot of people. Not just AJ, but especially AJ. However, me counterpunching Carl the Cobra, did anything that he said sound off, sound wrong? Well, you do look at the ring walk. Did the ring walk look confident? Well, it would appear calm or cool or smooth, but you could always, that could always be identified as scary or nervous. Did he look like he looked at Madison Square Garden? No. Madison Square Garden, he didn't look like that. And something with me personally, when I see AJ come out with a full robe on, I always get nervous. Now, when he got his sleeves cut, it looked like he was there to work. When he got that whole full robe on, looking like a wrestler, yeah, that always makes me nervous because he came out in Madison Square Garden to fight Andy Ruiz with one of those damn robes on. Okay, he came out in that shit. So you know what I mean? It always made me think like, uh-oh, he wearing that damn long rose again. You know, and that's just me though. But nonetheless, Danny Dubois did come out and, you know, everything, the breakdown for what Carl Froch said was right on point. Everything from the jab that's felt like a right hand. Yo, Anthony, he felt that shit. Anthony felt that shit, bro. And it, you know, that happens, bro. I mean, you know, you don't know how heavy a puncher is because he ain't went in there. See, Francis didn't really catch him. You see what I mean? That, like I told people, that would have been a totally different fight if Francis would have caught Anthony Joshua first. If he would have caught Anthony Joshua first, that fight would have been something else. You know, and I think it was a bad idea for Anthony Joshua to go in just thinking he could outbox Daniel Dubois. You know, and we seen what happened and who took the floor and who took the center of the ring and who has the faster hands. And we've learned all that now. And it wasn't AJ and none of them. So back to Carl, though. Again, Carl was saying, like, hey, you know, he threw that right uppercut. Bro, that was right on point. Because I'm like, why would you throw a right uppercut coming from here? Why wouldn't you just throw the same right hand you threw before? Why would you come with an uppercut when you know damn well the straight punch is going to land faster than any looping shot, including a hook or an uppercut? You know that. Anybody with just, you know, just geometry knows that. You know, normal basic physics. No, straight punch, straight line is going to land. He already landed two of the damn things. Why couldn't he land the other one? Now, they probably would have landed at the same time, and it probably would have put him down, but then he probably would have put Danny Dubois down. He probably would have still been knocked out, but still, it would have been more dramatic. He didn't even get a knockdown. You know what I mean? And now, this is what I do want to talk about. Carl Froch is rehashing some stuff back when Rob McCracken and Anthony worked together, when Anthony was over there, and he pretty much spilled the beans now. And he was like, look, I can tell you, I've heard things. Why? Because Carl Froch and Rob McCracken are like this. And Rob McCracken told Carl Froch this, okay? He said that Anthony Joshua desire was not there. And I think that's what leads Carl Froch to say what he says based on what he was told. And look, if it applies to everybody, if everybody's doing it, we have to talk about everybody. We all know that Deontay Wilder did not like to run. We all know he half-assed in training. Now, if Anthony Joshua was doing that same shite, he needs to be blasted too, and he belongs on the hot seat too. Okay? You know what I mean? Because if that's what was told to Carl Froch and he wasn't actually trying to learn or the desire wasn't there, he shouldn't be in the ring. You know, that businessman shit only goes now to a whole nother meaning. Now it's just about money. No wonder you get along with Floyd so well. If your whole desire, like, I'm a warrior, I'm this and I'm that, I'm a warrior. Well, if you're being a warrior, don't help you put in work in the gym, or you don't have the desire, why would you be here? So I do agree with Carl Froch if that's the case. You know what I mean? That's if he was told, and I don't think he lied about that. I think a lot of people talk about AJ, man, that big motherfucker ain't ready. He ain't trying to fight. He ain't eager like a lot of these other younger guys. You see all them little kids there in the gym and stuff like that. Yeah, they're hungry. AJ ain't hungry. He just want to be looked at as a big OG. And if he wants to be looked at as a big OG, that means, and not fight no more, he needs to step out of the ring because he's made enough money for 10 careers of other fighters. Okay, so he's good financially. You know, but for him to get knocked out and laid out like that, yeah, that was embarrassing. Shout out to my boy Boxing Wave. I just got off the phone with Boxing Wave. He's like, I don't want to see no rematch. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm good on a rematch. But I am curious to see how it goes. Why not? But you guys tell me what you think of Carl Froch roasting Counterpunching Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!